Hello there, I am back from a short break. So, YouTube viewers, welcome to episode 2, and Twitch viewers, thank you for hanging around for the rest of the first session. We are working on our tiny trains factory. The idea is to build a very big factory that is supplied with very small trains. We'll see how that goes. We're still just working on our starter base, the starter research base, where we'll need to do the research to unlock all the train stuff and various other bits to actually make that factory, which isn't going badly at all. We've got a good setup going so far. Queued research is done, so we can get a few more bits. Still just the red packs at the moment, so let's do steel axe, speed a few things up, chopping down trees and whatever. Fast inserters would be nice to have. Lights, maybe we'll place them, but maybe not. And then we'll just queue up other stuff to be done. The military stuff we don't need, we're in peaceful, no enemy mode, but we'll just get everything researched, I guess. There you go, queue it all up. While we work on making the green science packs, I guess, is the next thing to do. Most sensible thing. We've got a plan ready. Which so far I prefer Factory Planner to Helmod, just in the appearance of the information. The buttons, all great, doing very good stuff, but like the core of telling me what I need to do isn't clicking with me like the other one was. It's fine, we'll keep going, give it some time to see if I can get my head around it. We want to make belt. One machine makes wheel, then one machine making belt. That's simple enough. Let's do that first. Wheel and belt. Then we've also got inserter to make, which is 2 make cable, 1 makes belt, 1 makes electronic circuit, 1 makes inserter, 2 make cable, 1 makes circuit, 1 is making gear wheel, 1 is making that. Could be a way of laying it out. Who knows? What is the vanilla recipe for circuits? I can't remember. Iron plate and copper. Oh, so iron plate is running up here anyway, in which case we'll have them there. Then we're combining that and that, or half of what comes out of there and half of what comes out of there, into 6 machines for the green flasks, packs, whatever you want to call them. Fine, in theory. What are the input rates? Because we can do this. So if I change that to long-handled inserter, out of curiosity, the gear wheel, for example, is a fast one. So in order to do gear wheel from a long-handled inserter, you need 1 2/3 of an inserter putting the plate in, which is doable. I'm just thinking of running iron and copper, or iron on the left, copper on the right, maybe. Doesn't really matter, because the copper's only needed here. So you could bring that in there. That'll work. That could be good. This is not a good spot for this. That research is going pretty fast. You just hear it kind of succeeding one and then the next one's already done. It's surprising. We're not making that many flasks. It's maybe a backlog or something of them. Pretty cool. Yeah, probably need to move these. Maybe to like that or something. We can deal with that in a second. Copper in, iron in, and then they're going out and into there, and then these need to come out again. Like that. So we bend that in so it doesn't merge. They're going in there, and them as well. So we kind of want... How do we do this in vanilla? We want the gear wheel on half and the circuit. So circuit's going onto the outside. We can bring them to the inside somehow, or we send that under. That's not really going to work. No, so if that was like that, it would work. It seems like an expensive way of doing it, but it'll work, so what do I care? They're all going in, that can go out the top, that's fine. That's that and that and that. Looks fine. Though, let me double check just for sanity's sake. If we change our settings back to yellow inserter, interesting. You do not need 3.58 inserters per machine to get the cable out. Nor do I think you need 3.58 inserters for 1.5 machines. So maybe you do. They're the slow inserters, so maybe you do need 4 to get them out of here quick enough. Certainly adding more is going to help. Not sure the exact number. It is just a little unclear if that's per machine. All we need to do to check that is change the number. So at the moment, it's 3.58. If I increase that, it increases. Okay, so it's in total, which is a weird, like, that's not a very helpful number. How many inserters in total do we need? I have to do the math myself by machine. It's fine, it's still helpful. Just I have to do the math myself, which I don't need to open a calculator to do, I remember. It's 2.4 of these per machine, so yeah, we don't have enough inserters on it. That's fine. There's a calculator right here, which is a helpful addition for this kind of mod. Very good to have. That research is blinking at me, so we're just gonna keep researching stuff we don't actually need. But it's nice to have, you know, military things, whatever. Might as well. So it's the same for pretty much everything, right? We just want faster inserters sooner, in which case there's no point in overproducing this type of inserter if we don't actually want that type. Is the faster one used in any vanilla recipe? Only to make other inserters, which we want. We really want stack inserters, for sure. But that'll be a while. Therefore, I'm taking half of what comes from here and I'm upgrading it to blue ones. So we'll want to leave a bit of space to do that in. Okay, that's fine. And then we'll make blue ones and we'll upgrade all this rather than filling it with inserters now. We'll work out the blue ones later. So that's into there. That's going into there directly. And then they're coming out. Half of them go into some form of storage. Do an iron one. Why not? A bit more. The other half are being used to make these, which, I mean, I left a bunch of space. Why don't we use it? Keep going up. And here, similar deal. Kind of want to move this around a bit. Have that on the side there. So they'll be on the left and they'll be on the right. That's okay. And we're going to split half of them off. And they'll be heading up to something that turns them into blue inserters in a second. We'll look at that in a minute. Just do need to know the inserters. So 6 machines need 0.6 of an inserter, so they need 0.1 of an inserter per machine, which means they can just share a slow inserter on this very easily. Green one's going out that side. Might have been nice if they went this side. Could I change these? I could. I think I would like to. Let's revisit all this then. That's fine. It's just going to cut across here. They're still on the left, so here we're still... We need to do it before that inserter. Sure. Not great, but it'll do something. We'll deal with that in a second. Turn them around. Keep bringing that up. Okay. And they're going on the other side of that belt. But in theory, there are belts running here, so they can't just go under and into it. Didn't think of that. Just send that under. Send the other one under if there'll be a gap there where there's nothing grabbing them. So we do that. It's okay, but they're on the wrong side to do that. So they need to go there. They're on the right hand, no, they're on the left hand edge, which means they're on the top, which means they can go in there. That's good. And then this one will go under that. And that'll be fine because the long handled inserter will be there. Sure. Let's say that's going to be fine. We'll just redesign it later if it's not. It's not a big deal. That seems okay for a minute. Iron going there, and copper going there. Seems fine. Priorities should be okay. I guess we'll see how it goes. Also, these do not need two inserters. Not that I need to take them away, but just learning more about that math on the planner. Might as well do it right. That's all good. So to finish this before we go and work on something else, we've got a bunch of inserters coming out of here, 30 per minute. We want to add blue inserter plan with a 30 per minute input, which is 30 out. Does make sense. And to do that, we need to make more circuits, which is fine. Might be nice to combine them even, because these are working with halves. That's an interesting thought. Not sure how we do that in this space. We can just extend it all up and send half these down to join. This could work. Does mean messing around a lot down here. A lot. Pretty much just take the whole lot out and start again. That's fine. I need to make more of them machines. Also not surprising, which I need more iron for. Also not surprising. How to do this? They're handcrafting nice and speedy at the moment, and that'll only get faster. That's there. Then it's so we're combining that instead of 1.5 and 1 it's combined with this. Wherever that was, 1.5 and 1. So we're doing 3 and 2. Okay. 3 and 2, and then some gear wheels, which are not used at this stage. It's one machine. So gear wheel into yellow one, and then blue one, which just needs the iron plates in addition. So that iron plate, iron plate, iron plate, iron plate, and iron plate. This little kink needs to happen a bit later, so we can get copper cable into there, a copper plate in and copper cable out, and them into there. Then we need to get them out, which we're going to need long handle for. Which can only go to the right, annoyingly. But okay. Means that they can't be there, we'll have to turn them green in a bit. That blue, even. Turn them the right colour. That's there, that can go out and then back into there. They're going in there and they're going in there. He gets everything he wants, but half of these need to go somewhere else. So that's a problem at the moment. Let's move that up one, I guess. It's fine for them. Then other way round. We don't have the bigger power poles yet. Researched everything we can. Where is that? It's soon. We could just leave this sat here for a second while until we can get the bigger power pole to power there. I'm kind of happy doing that. And then blue ones out that side into a chest of storaging. For now, that's all good, really. So we just need to get this down here. Which, there you go, pretty simple in the end. Why isn't it making anything? Because I'm an idiot. I'm missing that. Which probably isn't fast enough, is it? Where are we? Green circuit. No. That inserter, green circuit input. It needs... No, 0.84 of a long handled, so that's fine. Good. Very good. At least in theory it's fine. And in practice it's probably more than fine with how these things tend to go. Okay. We have some green... We can do some green research. I would like the bigger power poles. We're going to need some steel to actually make them, so we should go work on that next. Tool belt's nice to have. More crafting speed. It's not really a priority, but why not? Then... I don't really know what next. We could go to red belt, but it just doesn't seem worth it in this context. We're not producing enough material to use red belt anywhere, so we'll just save that until we're ready to go to blue belt, I guess, or you know, it opens a pathway to something. Let's go with better smelting. Again, that's also unnecessary because we've made the space for the current type. Fine. Landfill then. Well, that's helpful. More immediately helpful than those other things, but we will need them anyway to unlock the route to more science and stuff like that, so we'll do them soon, just not necessarily next. Steel is needed, so we're going to come down and build in the steel smelting line here, which we're going to need probably more furnaces for. Let's place out what we've got and then go stone hunting. That's the end. Yep, that's the last one there. We need more power soon as well, actually. I did say that and then didn't do anything about it. When we get all these inserters up and running, need some more belt to do this with. Let's get these inserters down and go check how much belt we've made with what we've just set up. Probably we're not much in that amount of time, but it'd be something. And if we scoop some iron on the way, we can handcraft a bunch as well. $150. Not bad. Make another 300 ourselves. That side. We need to feed the output back into the next one. Need to plan for that. Up the middle is how we usually do it. So that one's running there. And there's one running there for next door. So we're going to run the iron output up there. Sure. Why not? We don't have enough belt is probably why not, but soon enough. Take that there, and it's going to go up there. That's fine. We need more furnaces to do the next row, but not many more. Might work out exactly how many and make that. So 2, 4, 6, and then another 10. No, more than that. 16. I need 16 plus I need 12. So I need 28 more furnaces. If I can find a bit of stone down here. We left one mining, right? No? No, we didn't. Oops. Should have left the drill going. I guess we'll come back for that. We can make 8. It's something. Bring this up as we go. So coal's going to go in there and in there. Needs to go under there so that that can feed in. That's the start of the steel line. But let's, you know, finish this bit first. Probably going to need more belt. Bring that down, so that's the iron bit done. Looks like it. All the inserters, all the belt. Nope. Well, I mean, kind of. Missing a bit of the top end here, but we do need to get the actual iron ore fed in as well. Which, for now, could just piggyback with this line until we get more drills built and plugged in. Just do that for now. But I did want to priority right on that. It's backed up at the moment, which is perfect. So a lot will come to the steel production, but ultimately just want the overflow. When we feed all these drills in it, it won't be a whole line if everything's being dragged out the other end. So, yeah. To me, it makes sense to do iron first. Okay, and there's that plugged in, so the iron's going to go in. And we do need a bit more belt to get the steel side done. Probably a few more inserters too, so let's place out what we can and see about that. If we can't get the blue ones made until we get some steel, right? Bit of a juggling act. Want to place the blue ones out so that I get the yellow ones back, and we'll use the yellow ones here because we don't need blue ones. It's slightly less power draw. But yeah, we need some. Kind of want to tidy up these as well. Get the trees out of the way. Bit more, one more row of power cable. Would be nice to have. There we go, okay. Lost count already, what do I need? 16 and... I thought it was 28 I needed last time. That's because I haven't actually placed them out, so I need 20 more stone furnaces, which is 100 stone. We got that? We do, so we can stop that. Make them. Good. Kind of looks like we're not making enough coal there, interestingly. Could be the case. Get these placed out, then grab what we need. Make more inserters, more belt. Which is just iron. There, they're done. Happy. Oh, we placed in the ones for the stone already, so they're good. All good. Don't necessarily need to make them. They are over here. 150 belt, not very fast. And yeah, that's not moving. Just temporarily make that work until we can make ourselves a medium one, which we might be able to do. We are feeding this. It is happening. Yeah, I think I need more belt, so let's craft some of that ourselves. I think we're faster than an assembly machine at this point with the research we've done. So it doesn't necessarily make sense to even try to have them make anything. Not a lazy run. There's them, and then that's going to go up there. Deal with that in a second, but finish these inputs first. One running down there. That one running down there. Good. Grab a little bit of that. I mean, one of them, I guess. Don't really need to manufacture them en masse, but I'll make some for situations like this, I guess, where we just need that extra bit of... doesn't reach. That one covers that inserter. Makes a good number of blue ones already. So we want things like gear wheel. And we can check this actually, but I think we need 2 fast inserters on copper cable. Not that it's flowing fast, which is another interesting thing. It is actually double this because it's those 2 combined. So it's 3, and we're... How did I... Oh, click on that one. There we go. So 1.5 machines needs 0.6 in, 1.25 out. So each machine can have 1 in, 1 out. Yeah, that's fine. Belt-wise, we're at 0.2. Did I increase? I did. So it's 0.2 exactly, so half a belt here is fine. And 1 in, 1 out is fine. Keeps that a bit tighter as well. Do like that. Good. Probably those. Change that to blue ones. The cable in. Yeah, because it's 3 in every half second, so that's not going to be fast enough. But we don't have a choice at the moment. Just change that, then we'll see each machine of electronic circuit needs 1.25 blue inserters in. So it does need 2 blue inserters in, which we don't have space. We could add the power coverage, but my thought is that you simply research the stack size, research wherever that is. Here somewhere. Insert capacity bonus. So once we've done all of this and all of the plastic and everything like that, we'll be allowed to increase inserter capacity, and eventually they'll be able to pick up 2 at a time, and that will then hit the speed it needs to. Looks like iron plate could do with being upgraded. They could be... And why not all of it, really, actually? Why not all of it? Saves from thinking. Getting them fast enough to do it. Not super fast, but fast enough. Good. It's just then, yeah, which ones might need 2, but I think we just wait for the research. It should fix it. And it gives me a bunch of those yellow ones back, which I do want to use here, like I said. This is overkill, I guess. We did mention I've put this entire smelting block in, but we're only going to use a fifth of it. Just becomes, I guess, a big storage for when it all backs up. They all fill in. But oh well, you know, whatever. It's fine. Just clear that into there. Just grab a bit of this while we're here. Let's continue taking that up. Join its friends up here. Not needed here at the moment, but probably will be soon. Nice to have it nearby. So we could go get the stone smelted and mined. I guess that's the next thing to do, is make a bunch of drills. Even more than that. And go drill up more of those starting patches, like as much as we can. So we'll need belt as well. Just need a bunch of iron, like always. This stage, very iron heavy. It's a bit many, but just do them in sets of 5, do that. And a bunch of belt. Shame I don't have any robots to build this for me. Kind of got used to that in the last one. Don't usually use them at all, so unlike me, I guess, but there we go. Let's start with iron. This is definitely going to kill our power supply. Didn't think of that. They'll stop very quickly, but it's still not enough. We should fix that first. That is a sensible thing to do. Not kill our power and then fix it. So we just cancel all of that. Make those few little bits. And instead make a bunch of steam engines, I guess. We're gonna need stone to make boilers. Rebuild those drills. Or build some extra drills here even. Insert that in there. Grab that in a minute. But for now, yeah, steam engines. So this block can't do the landfill yet. Soon though. Relatively soon. It's 10 in each row, right? 20 boilers, 40 steam engines. So I need 32 to finish this block. 10, 20, 32. Finish that block. We need some regular old pipe. Fill the gaps, which I did miss here. So this set isn't running because I missed that bit of pipe there. Oh well, gonna need some more underground belt. And then I'd like to use the yellow inserters. Don't really have enough. I have just enough left to do this block, which will make me happy enough. I think it's boilers, okay. Another 16 boilers. Finish a block of it. Might need a second one already. Not immediately, but once we plug all these drills in. We'll see. 5, 10, 15, 16. I'll keep that going. We will want more boilers in the future, so until we actually drill up the stone for use in places, we'll keep them running, I think, this time, rather than coming back in 10 minutes and rebuilding them. Well, that's good. How far do we need to go? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Quite far from that radar still. Further than I thought. No big deal. It can live there, it's fine. Not there and that there. The next one's a weird one, isn't it? Need to think about that. Unless I've just done this right. Where that lines up, one behind, so you want the next one there. Which is fine. We also have sneak through this time. I guess the last time we did vanilla we didn't have that, so not sure what the issue was with lining the poles up last time. Maybe we'll find out, maybe not. Not important. There we go, there's pole coverage at least. Get the engines put in. I'm going to have one too many, but I've already made it, so never mind. Can't squeeze that in, and we can put it like there for now. Or over here. Or something. Yeah, I don't. Just leave it for now. Don't want it in my inventory though. We'll find somewhere to put it. I could skip landfill to the front and make some. It's not a bad idea. Can I pause that one? Yeah, remembers. Yeah. Good. Do landfill now. Try and get that built in. I'll need a bit of stone. I do actually like the idea of using the grey inserters for the boilers, as they are powered by the coal too, and if there is some excess powder or whatever, they'll keep going to try and feed it, whereas these ones can die because there's no power. Tempting. Maybe next block we're building out I'll bring 20 burner inserters and we'll swap these to grey and the next set can be yellow. Whatever. Well, maybe they should all be grey. Not even sure if they're fast enough really, when these are going full pace like these are now. Inserter is pausing between. But yeah, I'm not sure if they are. This will be fun. We just need to make enough power before we run out, unlike usual. Send that under all the poles. Don't have enough belt. Sure. It is made very quickly now. And we've got a, whatever it is, 4 more researchers lined up. Handcrafting is going to be maybe a bit overpowered with that mod. Oh well. That one there, and missing those little bits of pipe that go in the middle. There we go. And that's all good. Yeah. Just this one missing steam engine, which we need the landfill for. It's almost done. I could probably do with a bit more stone to achieve a bit more with that, so let's come grab that. But that's good, they're all up and running, those ones at least, close to it. There's a landfill researched. And our potential power production is now 35 megawatts and we're using 8, so that's much healthier. Not sure how long that'll last, we want a lot more landfill than that. Okay, I'll have to be not too spendy with it. So we need to do that corner, then I would like to do that, then I would like to fill that, so just not enough to fill that. Oh well. There's the important bit, the power block, 36 megawatts of production there, as long as we keep the coal coming, which it's not infinite. We won't have the choice that we did in SpaceX. We had infinite power generation, just provided water, which is infinite. Not got that in vanilla, so at a later point we will definitely be doing nuclear, taking a look at that. Didn't really get an opportunity to, so that'll be pretty cool. See what else. We'll want to make nuclear train fuel as well to make our trains extra fast, which will be fun. So to start with the iron, then we'll come do the coal and fix that up. Let's get these put in and make another 53 drills, which won't be enough, but there we go. Them on here somewhere maybe. I forget they're there, but still. What is the shortcut for that? I really wanted to learn Shift 6. No, that changes that to 6. Control 6. No. I swear there's a keyboard shortcut to grab for that one. I mean, I could do Shift 2, then 6, then I guess. I'll look that up sometime. How many on a belt? That's an important question. Can Helmod tell us that? Iron ore? No. Yep, iron ore. I want 1 yellow belt. It is half a drill. No. What have I done wrong here? Belt. It's definitely not correct. A minute. There we go. Needs to be a second. That's what I've done wrong. A yellow belt per second. Yep, that's what I'm after. Is 30 drills. Of this type of drill, yep. Okay, so that's 22. And that's 22 as well. 25. It's interesting, actually. So how does this work? I've made a mistake here. We can't feed the ore in quick enough at this size. Didn't think of that. This wants a full belt of iron ore to reach the end, and I've only given it half by splitting it up the top here. So these should have been half in length and twice as many. That's how I usually do it. That does make some sense. What do we do about it now? Feed the extra in further down, I guess. The reason I'm confused is the drill is going to make more than 2 belts. And we only have 2 belts to feed in, so that's what revealed it. Gonna need to work that out. Because this is already 1.5 belts coming through here. Don't have enough belt for, but deal with that in a bit. So yeah, we need to bring a second belt, and no, don't like that. And remove the coal from there and bring it in by long handle from a central belt. Goes to both of them. Not against that. So you do that. Need to make a bunch of long-handled inserters. That's not the end of the world. And then change this somehow. Can work that out. Let's assume we do that. I mean, we need to do something, otherwise it just won't make much sense. So let's do that. I'm going to need some iron. And we're going to need to make a whole bunch of those inserters. Let's go with that many for now. Actually, I know how many, don't I? Not quite. Yeah, they are all there. It's 240 furnaces, so even though we know we're not going to use them all, which is annoying. But let's go with that, 240. Grabby things, which I'm making 102 at the moment, so more than that. I've given it more iron. Oh, it's drawing a lot of iron out the other side to get this research done. More than we have, I'm guessing. And because I scooped it all up, that won't have helped. Just out of interest. We are using... That's, yeah, need to keep remembering to get that right. 0.07, and this is where I'd like to see it, but I can't. So 30 is 0.04, and this is 330 in total, so it's 0.47 just over half of a belt of iron just to do this, and we only have 1 belt of iron available in total. So we may have overdone it, even doing 1 science every 2 seconds. Should have done even less. Oh well. We'll need to like remove the priorities maybe on the splitters or something, I don't know. We'll need to change it somehow. That ain't gonna work for very long at all. We'll see. And because this is currently only making half of what it should, it's only making half a belt, I guess. Doesn't look like it's making half a belt though. Am I wrong? Or crazy? Or both? Very possible. Some of this iron is making it to the end. Is that because some of them are backed up? What did I do? Add iron plate. There. Sure. Why is it a bit confused what it's doing there? Go to the top, add a recipe, iron plate, and it's already got a number and I don't know why. And it's linked to something and I don't know what was causing that. I guess I should be using different production lines more often. It's how this is supposed to work, I guess. Rather than blocks, like I'm using it wrong, I assume. Just change that to... that's probably all of the iron needed to do all of this. That does make sense. One of them in a second this time. Yeah. I don't know why it is flowing then. 48 of them should need 1 belt. Which they are getting. No, this is fine. 48 of them need 1 belt. Yep. And at the moment, half of that are getting half a belt. So no, this is fine. I don't know why it was... why it went weird. What I saw wrong. But yeah, this is fine. Don't need to change it. Oh well, got a bunch of long-headed inserters I don't immediately need. No big deal. Let's undo this. Put that back there. Yeah, I don't know what caused that. Or what confused me about it. It is fine. Just the throughput at the moment means there's no spare going that way, which is interesting. This I wanted to change, but we might as well do all these rows before we change that. Make some more drills. And bring all of them together into the right number. I guess that's what's confusing me, is this is 3 or 4 belts of ore, but I thought we could only do 1 or 2 blocks of smelting from it, because that says... no, I guess I must have read that wrong. I read 60 and it should be 30. Each block takes 30. Okay, that changes a lot in a very annoying way. So we can have 3. But I don't want to add one on top. No, we've left enough room to do it. Don't know why or how or why this is confusing me so much. But that's fine. 1 stone brick there, probably another copper underneath. We can add another iron in here. Just move the steel up 1. Okay. Fine. They're going to get confused. Just needs tidying up. Everything's fine. We just got confused. There we go. That's a good outcome. Taking that away. And we'll need to move these over, I guess. Don't need to. We'll want to move them down up there. We'll deal with that in a minute as well. But we can put the second iron there. Could put the steel there, but I'm more inclined to put it there. Entirely different. No, I don't like that either. That will be it won't come from here. That's going to be the one that feeds back up. But it'll come out, we'll leave a gap here-ish to there. Be an iron there. Which that's going to feed into. That's going to move over one. And then the copper needs to move over as well, which would be easier done if I just empty that line quick or slow. Cut that there. It's going to be out here. That will be there and so on, but we'll get that one cleared out first. And grab more belt while we're here. That worked. Cool. Good. Over 1,000 belt. Nice. To be able to just come by and grab that. That is backed up. Don't know why. Do we have a throughput issue here? Kind of. Electronic circuits aren't going in quick enough. They're supposed to, but that belt doesn't always have one immediately available, I guess is the deal. It should. It's not getting copper cable in fast enough, which we do know about. So it'll be a while before we can fix that. Do we go with a temporary fix? I think we do. Because I like things to be done right. Get that the power coverage it needs and add the extra inserter. That should go the right rate now. We'll see. I should chew through that copper as well to help tidy that up. Second line of iron. Yep. Deal with that in a second. That's all fine. It's all fine. We do need more everything to set up another smelting cell here. But nice to have actually a good outcome, even if I'm annoyed that I misread it earlier or got it wrong. We'll have more resources to make more in this starter base. So there will be 3 lines of that, and then this one's coming back up. Just need to clear out any of these that still have iron in. Don't know why that one's confused. It's all them. Oh, they're just holding on to the recipe. But if they're empty, they should switch over fine to the other recipe when the iron ore comes this way. If it does. We've got some more drills. It'll be soon. Oh, that's... Some of them have it in but don't have the recipe on them. Oh, weird. Wonder why it's inconsistent like that. Just have to check them all. That's better. Okay, good. What do I need? I kind of want to go get the stone to make the furnaces first. We need 48 of them. For now. Good that we left this going. We're going to want even more than that. What is that? So that's 20, 40 something, 50. Make 2 more than we need. We'll use them. We're going to have something down here, so 2 can live there temporarily. That's fine. And then the proper one will be here. I would like some yellow inserters, like I say. Could cut this short, actually. We know we're only using a 1/5, so We could stop there. Because we're not doing more than that. That's not even a fifth, that's a quarter? Yeah. We could stop there. That's all we're actually doing. So do we do that? I think we do. The only issue being, if we need a whole bunch of steel, we can't run over and grab a whole bunch that's sat here, but if this is all we're providing the input for, then this is all we should have, really. We can always add to it later. I think I'm going to do this. There is that output, and I didn't quite have it in the right place, but very close. 2 from the... Yep, that's in the right. Okay. There's another crafting speed done. Oh, yeah. It's there. And that one there. Have I done that wrong? Yeah. Should be by the pole, so that should be there. And I don't want to use blue if I can avoid it. See if we can find some yellows. I could take greys to the power and that would free up some yellows. It's an option. This is empty, perfect. Feed that in. I don't really need to dig this up, we will use it. But still, we'll feed that in for now. That should be feeling like this now. And yeah, this will be stone brick there, I guess. And stone on the outside, I guess, as well. Interesting. And then sulfur and plastic and coal, I guess we use for something. Military science, which we could skip entirely, but I do like to just tick everything off and get it out of the list. Completionism. This end looking fine, but if I can find a way grabbing some yellow inserters. No, it'd be easy to just make my own. That many-ish? Close enough. Could I add them down here as well? Maybe. Let's do that. Usually my hotbar is half empty, which isn't best, I guess. If I get better with the hotkeys, maybe I'll use it more. This coal line needs to behave a bit differently. How have we done that? It goes under. Sure. The coal goes under. And then they can go there. Yeah, no reason why not. Okay, so there's steel reconnected, but we're not actually feeding the iron in yet. So that this all needs to move over. Or will do. I wanted to put the drills in first, but we know where they're going to be. There are 5 lines. We're going to turn into 3, even though it's 3 and a bit that we've got. So there is no like ideal way of doing it. Just feed it back, I guess. How do we usually do that? That way round? Or both of them? Can't remember now. It's usually like this. No, it's the other way around. Must be. That line get pushed to the right before this one arrives. Yeah, that's what we want. Although, have to do it every time. The longest line is 25. Okay, so none of these lines have too many on them individually. That's fine. Here, need some splitters. 2 there, 1 there, none at the end. You put more in just to push them out again and again, but I don't think that's necessary. Yeah, push to the right. Add a second line and push to the right. Add the third. And push to the right still. Push to the right again as much as you can. Create 3 lines. That's fine. Does block the input to the stone, which is a problem. We're going to have to do something about that somehow. And it's really lined up in a way that can't. Okay. We also want to pull off with priority as well, so push right there. And again there. Let's clear my inventory out while we're over here. All the junk I've scooped up in this process. We can do something here. Flip it around. I don't really want it to be different. We can send like 1 under, but the rest not. This can't really. So it's going to be like a wiggle of some kind. We move them all up 3. 1, 2, 3. Then they're out of the way, which isn't going to happen. Yeah, nope. Interesting. Don't know about that. I guess we deal with it when I bring the stone over. We just work something out. Probably just send this up and over there or something. We'll work it out later. Let's get some more of these drills operational, I guess. With the belt there, might as well fill it with stuff. Because, yeah, after a while some of these drills will stop running. They've not got that much under them, so I think it makes more sense to do the 3 lines than to do 3 and a bit, you know, a 4th line with a fraction on. Doesn't seem worth it. It's going in there, and then over here. Do we have enough drills made? Looks like we do. Good. Any more? No. Let's make a few more. But we'll want more than that for increasing the coal, and both for smelting and for power. I'm not sure how much of each should go each way. Should we combine it all and then prioritise power maybe? It's probably the way to do it. Work that out in a bit. There's all of our starter iron, apart from this little patch of nothing, which we could plug in. Sure, it's going to run out very soon, but we'll plug it in anyway. Why not? Go for it. Let's use the rest of them drills. So some here, not here. Next row. Yeah, I'm going to want to bring this together and then split it out, because this end's already made awkward, so we might want to send it down. Yeah, okay. Let's get all the drills built out before we fiddle with that. It's a bit complicated. Which, yeah, I need to just grab some iron and make some more. No big deal. Still worth doing. Worth getting this all sorted out, actually, for how things are going. We're still researching slowly. Mostly, crafting speed, but there we go. I've got some of these on me, so why don't I do this while we're here. Then we'll scoop up some iron. Make some more drills. Me assuming it's the iron we need, but it is. These trees cut back a little, just a bit for now. Don't have enough, do I? Don't think. I'm not sure how many we're going to fit down here. Might not be a whole second one. Might be a little bit less. Either way, that's fine. We just need another 8. Which we can make soon. At some point. Iron in these. We are overdoing it now again, so we got a whole bunch. Which is lovely. Let's make a whole bunch of drills. Won't take nearly as long as it would in vanilla. Yeah, that's some quick crafting. Haven't done that yet, so let's turn that one around. That row is done. Deal with this in a bit, but it's going to run down there. Could do with having these two run on a different side. If we send that under, just balance the sides a little bit better like that. Same number on each side. A little bit better. Might not matter, but it might help. Which ones we are going to build and which ones we're not. Which ones we can. I mean, that's not really enough to be worth it, but we'll do it anyway just to tidy the ground up. These ones are blend, which I don't want. That one's okay. We'll prioritise coal over stone, so we'll do those. They'll come out of there. A couple through the top here, maybe. Yeah. Good. So is the mining speed in vanilla all identical? Again, I think I'm doing this wrong, so I should make another production line when I want to fiddle with stuff. Coal. 1 belt per second. Wrong button. Is 30 drills. Okay, they're all kind of the same. Good. This is going to be 52 drills, so it is 2 lines, but one's not complete. And even with the extra cells, pretty sure we don't need a complete one for the smelting, but I have no idea how much we're going to use for power. This probably will not be enough for long at all, and our starting oil is probably not enough for making fuel. Interesting. Hopefully we can keep it going just long enough to get a proper base set up with our rail network. 2 lines out, though, and I think the easiest thing is just feed them all in like that, rather than thinking about it. Not like that. Like that. Move that and that. Need more splitters. Damn. Cancel a couple of them to get some more splitters made. There, right. And that in there. 2 lines, so 1 line becomes 2 lines, and they feed in. Just push everything over, I guess. Fine. But, and then yeah, this is the point. So here, we want to send one up like there. So yeah, we want another splitter there. But we want the priority on that to go the other way, so it sends it that way. So I'm not sure about pushing it right just to push it left, but probably be alright. Here we'll send the copper ore under, so the coal can run up the inside as it should. And we'll want to turn that around. Though it's going to briefly stop it because I don't have those 2 splitters. Don't really want to interrupt that. We'll cut the second set of them. That. Don't really want to move it up one, but these drills are in the way, so I kind of have to. It's in a nice straight line where it should be at the moment. Didn't plan for that. Can we go under? No, they don't stretch that far. Didn't think they would. Guess we just go wiggly with it. like that. Not perfect, but we'll just ignore it. Clear the mess out as we go, if we can. Perfect. Turn this around too, although I am risking cutting the power while this is temporarily not connected. Not the best idea. Can I... whatever, pick it up. Drop it there. Okay. We can make it flow if we steal them to be enough. And yeah, priority left on that one. So only when a full line is going to power does it send anything for smelting, which is the right way around. Best way to do it. Got some of these drills available. Let's get them put out. Where else didn't I? Two up here. Looks good. I mean, it does not look like enough coal, but it's a good start. It's something. Tidy this up. They were in the right place. But facing the wrong direction. I'll keep that on me, whatever. For now, I can dump it down. Then I'll make coal. That'll make both. That's stone. That's fine. On this side, the coal line is there, but that is fine. That's all good, yeah. And on this side, we'll skip that one. Not much in it. Can put one down here. I think we should, yeah. They're okay, sure. That one's not worth. Put that one instead. And feed it on. They need power, obviously. Run that down there. Don't want to get in the way of the copper though. Try and bring these together. Might skip those two drills if we can't, but I think it'll be okay. Should be okay. On this side would be good to put them on that side of the belt, maybe something like that. Bring these down as well. Keep it all tidy and organised and in its boxes. That's there, and they're pushing that way and there. Okay, so there's coal fully done and going the right way and sorted out. Just a little wiggle to ignore there. Here is stone, and we have... take 2 off that number, 47 here, so 1.5 belts. So we... What do you use more of? You use more brick than stone, right? Would be my thoughts on that. Check everything we do. Stone is going into rail. Stone is going into rail. I don't know what... I mean, we can... Here we go. This is what this mod is for. To make greenhouses. Okay, don't need to cook it. Interesting. Doesn't really matter. Landfill. Ad hoc thing. Stone brick, stone furnace, which is used to make boilers, which we won't need forever. A little bit. We probably wouldn't set that up on a mall or anything. Glass plates we won't make. Fertilizer to make wood we probably won't do. So like greenhouses, again, we only need it to make wood, which is only to make these power poles. So we're not even going to need many of them. That wouldn't probably be on a mall either. So it's just rail really. Whereas stone brick, concrete, electric furnaces or refineries, these kind of things would be on a mall. 2 there, and then concrete is only used in concrete? No. I clicked the wrong button, that's why. Start again. Usage of that one is fine, the 2 things. And then usage of concrete, water fill, centrifuges. Actually doing the floors probably would do. So yeah, we maybe not at the moment, but in general more of the cooked stuff than the not cooked. So we'll bring this into 2 lines and prioritize cooking and send the rest down the bus, which is fine. So for now we just bring it into 2 lines, I guess, like that. Sure, can't do that. Oh yeah, we can. That one into there and that one into there. That's nice and compact, out of the way of the copper. And it does it. Just push right on them. Put one there. Don't have one to put there. Oops. Make a few more. Put that one there. Push that right as well. Push them, push them. Okay, and 2 lines coming out. And the power poles, which have run out. So the copper's there, and there's going to be a second copper there. Probably not more than that. Do you want to skip over it? No. We want to send one over it, or them over one. Where's the coal start? There. So yeah, one over it is fine. And then the other one alongside it to go up that way. And here is where we push left to prioritize smelting. This one's going to go up on this side of the poles. And then, so these are going to be fed from there. So this needs to head down like there. Would be okay. Maybe even one further down. Sure. That's the stone that'll go onto the bus as stone, just to make rail, which it's going to take a very long journey just to make some rail, but that's how I work, I guess. The way I build stuff. This is the line that's going to cause a problem here, but we don't necessarily need to deal with that right now. Quite like to run this all the way, but maybe we do that next. Let's clear a few of these trees back again. Copper's there. There's going to be a second copper there, so we can run the stone there. We're going to need some more belt for this. We've probably got a whole bunch of belt up there, haven't we? See how it goes. Well, let's run this all the way. Why not? Then we just need to make. I won't need to carry the stone around with me anymore. More drills for the copper. That might be enough then. What we've got plus what I'm making now. See how that goes. Keep focusing on getting our raw materials into the right setup, you know, whatever, get it all ready. We're still actively researching, so I'm not too worried. We'll come do the next thing. What is the next thing? Blue? Yeah. Or black. Sure, probably black. Just, you know what, we'll leave black. I would like to tick off all the research, but we can leave it for once we've got the train grid up and running, and we'll finish it all off then. There's nothing here that we need, right? Nothing we'd even want. No, it's just to tick it off. The better power armor, put more exoskeletons in to run around faster. It's something, but that can wait. So we'll skip black in this setup. We'll just do blue. So we need to get advanced circuits. So sulfur and plastic are needed to do that. So once we've researched all we can now, we have to be doing the whole oil processing thing anyway. So yeah, we might as well get all this ready and not have to worry about it again in the future. So there's stone being fed the right way. We need to make a few more of these. 8 of them. Yep. Then I'd like some yellow inserters, which would need 100. 96 So I need more iron. Sure. Oh no, I need more copper. Surprising. Plenty of it though. 75, that many-ish. Won't hurt to make more. Can always upgrade them. A few more splitters after that. Use a couple here. Is that right? No, something's not right there. Something's not right here at all. These are all misaligned. Be down there. Okay, we can fix that. There we go. Oh, that was the right number, a good number. Perfect. On these input lines and all the others. Get the copper sorted out, then we'll get the stone brick being made as well. Add that into the mix. And then we're good. On raw resources at least. So by the time we've done that, we want to have researched oil mining. What's the word? Oil well building and refining. The basic refining, I guess. We do need more belt at this point, so let me run up and grab what's in the box. Run this as far as it can, which is pretty far actually. All the way. Nice. I can't fit any more in my inventory, which is pretty damn small at the moment. We'll get rid of this stone in a second. That coal can go in there though. Just going to grab more of that anyway. Stone is going to go into these ones. Why don't we do that? If I do need more stone, I can now grab it off that belt, which is good. And them little bits put in. Good. Get the coal splitting in there. Again, that shouldn't be prioritised, I don't think. That should just be splitting half and half. Which is, in a way, prioritising the first one, but as long as we've got a surplus of it coming in, it should be okay. We hope. So I'm going to need to go under there, so we can split the 2 copper lines that will be here. Although it's not really necessary. There's 2 lines and 2 inputs, so as long as we don't even need to balance them, prioritize one. That's unnecessary, actually, all of that. Put a splitter there. That can go under there. That one goes in, and that one goes into there. I'll pull that off as well. Inserters are ready. Let's get these lined up. Trace the belt back to the mining patch. Get the drills put out. Can I make more drills if we need them? I can. Good. Hopefully we're all good though. We'll see. Might not get there entirely today. Might go a little over the time just to get these raw resources done. This is the last of this crafting speed research as well, so we'll be able to do something else next, something more progress based. Look at that in a bit. That one should go there. And this one coming up this way. Say hello to our radar on the way past. We just need to work out how to bring everything together here. So let's get the power poles in place first, and then drills, and then belts, and then it's all good. Nice and simple today. Enjoying this very much. Not like super duper easy, you know. It's still Factorio. Has its challenges. Brain power is needed. But still. Things are moving. You know, things are getting made and growing, and that's very nice. There is a factory here. Looks like we might need a couple more drills. Could put on the back of there, don't really want to. Kind of want to tap that patch, but that's... Sure, go on. That one's not really worth it, but the other ones are. We'll go for that. Okay, another 5. Unless we want them on the back here. No, not worth it. These will cover that patch. Yes, that's fine. That's going to get this all mined out. Not that we need to mine it all out. Doesn't have to disappear. We just won't be able to use it in the train grid when we do build that. Won't be enough there, so it'd be nice to kind of clear it out of the way first, I guess. There are drills. 2 of those are for, so 68 doing copper. So that is 2 and a little tiny bit belts, which is cool. That's what we want. The little tiny bit will dry up quickest, and then we'll still have 2 belts. Gonna need more splitters on it. So I'm going to feed that one into there. That one in at that point. That one into there, and so on. Push all them to the right. That's good. Seems fine. Doesn't seem to be flowing particularly well, but it should back up a tiny bit if it's just over 2 lines. That's fine. There's our 2 lines of copper done. 1.5 lines of stone. The smelting cells for the copper is good. 3 lines of iron, and we've got 2 smelting cells of iron, good, and 1 feeding into steel, which is good. A tiny little bit of steel, doesn't look like much, but hopefully it's enough to get us where we're going. So yes, let's get this one sorted out. Get that stone turned into stone brick, and then we'll have fundamental resources available, which is pretty cool. Might not need to go along to get this all sorted, actually. It's all coming together pretty easy. Coal in there. We'll work out what we're doing there in a second. How we get the stone in. Good, last one's there. Join that belt up. Perfect. Yellow inserters, gonna want more. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and I had some already, but whatever. That's fine. How are we doing on power? Okay, consumption's up to 14 megawatts. Still, we've got our 36, so we're good. For now, there's that last crafting speed upgrade done. So we are handcrafting as fast as we can now, which is handy because I do a lot of it. You know, we could have set up a whole bunch of automation by now to produce every item. I just don't tend to do that. Okay, so next thing, progress towards oil. which, what's the route there? Engine to fluid handling to oil processing. Yeah, so engine unit, fluid handling also requires automation 2. Sure, because you handle fluids in the blue machine, not in the grey one. I mean, I'd love to go into research speed then for the efficiency gain. But it's an expensive one. No, I think we go fluid handling, oil processing. That gives us the pump jack, the refinery, the chemical plant. So we then need sulfur and we need plastic. And we want, it will take us some time to set up the production lines for those. So at that point, we could do research speed. It's a bit later than I usually would, but that's okay. That's not going to take long to research the current rate, it appears. Though we can, I don't know, can we do more than 15 labs at this point? Everything's the same kind of speed, isn't it? Like, yeah, 30 and 15. So 15 labs was based on being 30 speed. So if we started doing research that took 60, then we could do more labs and see a return. As it stands, we wouldn't see any return. So we'll keep it at 15. We're handcrafting fast, but it still does take time. It's not cheap mode, not instantly made. Don't quite need that many. Just make a few more. There we go. There's all their inserters done. So yeah, how are we going to deal with this corner? A little awkward. So I think the best is just to move it out of the way. Entirely. Cut that back. It's a shame. We can't really realign that. It's fine. We'll live with it. Move them on there. Like so. I do a little wiggle. A few little wiggles here and there is fine. No spaghetti. Just a little wiggle. That's fine. We'll just want that pole there around it, so might as well fill this gap in while we're here. Seems good. Power's fine. The coal supply to power looks good. Even now with everything up and running, you know. That's good. 2 copper, a stone brick. 2 iron and a steel. Perfect. Did want extra radar, didn't I? Down below. It's kind of out on its own, but I think we should put it out there. Engine unit has researched. That's a start. Automation progressing quick. Yeah, good. Engine unit doesn't immediately give us anything to do, I don't think. Other than make engine units just for the sake of it, in preparation for needing them, maybe. Don't know if we do. Do we need to craft some so we can hand make? What are they used in? Again, you'd think with the hours I have, I'd know that. But I don't. Car. They're used in the chemical science pack, so we can just make them when we set that up. It's fine. Used in electric engine units, makes sense. And in the locomotive. And locomotive Mark II. Interesting. That could scale up pretty quick then. We might get a more advanced locomotive before we even start. We'll see. Okay. So no, we don't particularly need any just to progress our resource gathering or anything like that. Where the radar's all the way down here. Okay, I think I'm just going to run a line of poles off of that heading stuff. There's automation 2 done. We could upgrade to blue assembly machines, I guess. Not sure what we'll do about that. Whether we'll stick to one science every 2 seconds or whether we'll reduce according to the speed of the machines. Doesn't particularly matter at this point. You need to use the blue machines for fluid, I guess. So a lot of trees to clear out here. If we need to use the blue machines, we might as well use the blue machines everywhere. Then it's just about the ratio, I guess, whatever makes most sense. It's not like they're double the speed, right? In vanilla. No, they're an extra 50%, so you can't just like halve the number of machines you have, is my point. Makes it awkward. 3 machines become 2. So I think I'd rather increase to doing, like instead of 30 per minute, we do 45 per minute. Not that we have the resource input to do that, I don't think, but it would be my preference over having odd, weird numbers. Okay, how close are we? Check the mini-map. We're almost there, actually. Somewhere around here. So there is good. Yep. Gives us the square coverage, which is great. And we can now see the whole base. We'll need another one placing out to cover the oil shortly, so let's make 5 more. Some spares. Fluid handling is researched, so we can, yeah, barrel and unbarrel is, I guess, the main deal with that. But we don't actually have anything to... Oh, water. We could barrel and unbarrel water at this point, but we need oil processing to have oil to barrel and unbarrel. Could do with a few more poles. Actually used quite a bit doing that. And we're going to need to take our power over to the oil, so let's make a whole load more useful. I got that wood, I guess. Should do that now, run the power over, and then research will finish soon. Though we'll need to scoop up a few stone bricks, maybe some steel, in terms of making refineries and stuff like that. So good to have those up and running. That should do us to begin with a little bit, this and that. Clear out a random tree on the way past. Where are we going to run the power from? And across the top here makes sense because I want to run a belt along here later with it. The products. Where... Oh, that's also annoying. They're going to need to wiggle around. It's lucky the steel doesn't go all the way down. Otherwise we wouldn't be able to get the other stuff across that line. Which is okay, a bit annoying. But we'll cut down. Maybe even under the steel and then across or wherever to line up. That's fine. And then a little bit of a wiggle again. That's acceptable for now. We'll try and avoid wiggles when we do the actual, like, the final base, the layout in the train grid and everything like that. But this is temporary. This will all get dug up and destroyed when we move over to rail. This is a good spot. Down by the water, and the oil is nearby. There it is. So we're going to be working in this kind of area. Go over a little bit further. Go up here. Get these trees out of the way. And yeah, we'll have refineries in this area. So maybe one more forward, so refineries will be between these poles I'm placing now. Pump jacks are here. See how many of them poles we're going to need to move to fit the pump jacks in. Research is almost done for them, so we'll be making them in a minute. Is good. We freeze them down here while we wait, so we're going to need to tap the water. Not sure you need that in the basic processing though. You need it to make sulfur, so we will need it. And then you need it in advanced oil processing. But that, I think, comes later after you've done blue science. There is oil. So yeah, we're going to do... How many pump jacks do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not many. And I'm short of something to make refineries. Oh, copper. Oops. We need to know how many refineries to make, though. Which is an interesting one, because I can never remember how oil works. What are we making? Let's go with basic oil processing. No idea what the number is. But can we crude oil from crude? Okay, so that was missing in Factory Planner. The ability to look at the pump jacks recipe to create oil. Though in the vanilla setup, the yield matters, right? Which we didn't have before. We had like a quantity. Here the yield increases stuff. We need to reduce this till we have 5 pumps. Not sure that's right. Two and a half-ish. Yeah, 22.5. It's 5 pump jacks, but I think that's 5 pump jacks at 100% yield, and we're at 10 times that, 11 times that. Am I crazy? I feel like I'm crazy. Don't know how we would tell. Yeah, they're 100. No, 100%. It's not the yield. Or the productivity or the speed. Don't know if that can be put in. I mean, we're 5600%. Does that? It just says have 280 pump jacks, which is not the point. No, I mean that's not the way to do it. Crude oil, can't change the yield here, so it might be, yeah, it's got the recipe, but it's not really helpful. This would have been helpful with, I assume it's Factorio 2 where I changed that setting, so that oil was always 100% yield, but lasted a finite amount of time, as opposed to this, which is infinite, but the yield makes it come out quicker. 5 pumps at 100%, I'm guessing, would do 2.5 refineries. So for 11 times that, we could be doing 20... math. 27.5 refineries, so 27 refineries. Seems like a lot. Might want to round that down anyway. Just do like 20 or something. Let's say in theory we were making a blue science pack. And we wanted to make 45 a minute in blue factories. Say in theory, but this is what we actually want to do, I guess. We'd need sulfur, which we do like that. And we would need plastic from four advanced circuits, both of which need petrol, which we're getting from basic processing, in 3 refineries, or 3 and a bit refineries. So if I'm saying I think the oil here could do 27.5, but we need 3 like now, and then potentially more in the future. I'll need to look up again, try to look up how it really works to get the right number, the right amount of refineries done in the future. Somehow. I'm sure it's simpler than my brain wants it to think it is. Yeah, it's saying 6.25 pumps, which we don't have, but I think the yield changes that. Pretty sure the yield changes that. There's no way here to change the yield information, which isn't great. On balance, it's no better than Factory Planner, which just doesn't have the option to look at it at all. Don't know, it's kind of, it gives some information. In any case, if we did like 10 refineries and they were all supplied well, fingers crossed they would be, then we'd be in like a very strong position, at least temporarily. That's all that matters. I would need to go back and get more copper though, which, you know, unavoidable, need to. Let's get this at least pulled into some tanks. Make some more of that, a bit more of that. We've researched sulfur, right? That was next, so that's good. It's outpacing the speed that I can build all this in, which is good. As long as we've got some random research to keep it busy while I do get this built in. So try and get the tanks together here, maybe. And yeah, I don't know how many pipelines these need. They have high output because of the yield has been boosted by the richness, as with everything. Why don't we join them to and feed them into here? Set this up as well, underground, regular pipe and tank. There it is. It's probably the best way of doing that. Actually, what are the individual? Can't see. Oh, it tells my expected resources 105 a second. Forgot that. They give me some information here under my face. So it's 105, that's 44, so they can definitely be combined quite safely. That 200 and whatever per second, and the pipe can only carry 100. I don't know if that's per second or per tick, which is faster. That's more than 100, so yeah, probably fine. Let's combine them in pairs. A little annoying, but yeah, that's fine. That into there. A little bit more regular pipe. And there we go. That's all lined up. They're pumping in fine. So yeah, that gives me the number. So can I add them together somehow? 105, 113, 130. 74, 92 and 45. Let's call it, 559. 559 per second. That doesn't help with that. Okay, 559 per second means 33,540 per minute. And this is saying, okay, 33,540. Let's create a new thing just making petrol. And oil from pumps. That's the numbers we want to see. And we want to make that 33,500. Which is roughly there. Bit too far. There's close enough. 33,556 is very close. That is what I think we're getting from 5 pumps because of our yield is like that is about right. 11 times and a bit. And this could feed 28 refineries. So I think this, based on the numbers it's giving me on the tooltip behind my face, that could feed 28 refineries. Which, I mean, do we just do that just so we know we've got it for sure? Could be good. Do I want that above or below? Above. I think we do that, to be honest. We go for the maximum we think it can do. It's marginally under that, and that number drops slowly, so 27 is probably the better option. 3 rows of 9. It's kind of overkill, like big time overkill. That's, yeah, really overkill. Let's just do 10 for now, and we'll use, well, now that we know that math exists, provided I remember, we can use that when we're actually connecting oil within the train network that we're going to have. And we'll do the maximal amount when we're doing that. And we'll use fluid wagons this time, not barreling up. Enough stress trying to work out what to do with barrels. We will incorporate fluid wagons into our network this time. So how many did I make? I made 3. I just want to make 2 more now. And we'll do 10. It's a nice round number. That'll be good. Oh, 3 drills here already run out. Oh well. Some leeway in that. I'd be fine still. Grab a bunch of stone brick and set out flooring for that. Just used to running faster because of the previous factory. That the stone brick won't actually make me fast enough to notice a difference, I don't think, compared. We'll make do. And these are going to live here-ish. That's fine. We only fit 5 in that gap. All the more reason to do fewer. They're going to have... I mean, initially they're just going to have the 1 input, 1 output, so I don't particularly need to worry, I guess. But in theory, they have that, and then... yeah, this one can't fit immediately in front of it. Does make sense. So the next row would be here. Not entirely happy with that, might. Put them across the top. Oh, there's plastic done, that's good. Set up production of that too. I think do this across the top and then the sulfur and plastic production down here. Does mean the water needs to be pumped up further or whatever. Whatever. I would prefer this. With this number for now, you know, different later. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 and 10, put that in there. We'll want to surround them with our poles. Might actually need some engine units to make some pumps. Or am I crazy and they don't need it? No, you do need it, yeah. You need a machine to make some engine units and then pumps to get this stuff where it needs to go. Might be good to have one off that storage tank in. That's interesting. To look at getting that done, maybe. Might not be necessary, you know, at least temporarily. Can come and do that when we do advanced oil processing up here. Gonna need a bunch of underground and then some regular pipe to get all this connected. But that will be a job for the next session. We are 4 hours into the stream, which is the end for today and the end of the second video on YouTube. If I do split it, I will want to give that a go, so we'll try it out. Let me save a little tiny train build, and we'll wrap things up for today. Thank you for joining. Thank you very much. If you are watching this video on YouTube later, let me know if cutting it down to 2 hours each is worth it, or if one long 4 hour wouldn't make any difference to you. But either way, thank you very much. Do like the video if you had a good time, and leave any feedback. And of course, come join us on Twitch. Come follow us here and watch live sometime. Nice to have you here. Thank you very much as well to everyone who has joined us live, chatting away, or lurking there, just watching all the time. Appreciate it. Do follow the channel so you can catch the rest of this series. We will be back with more of this tiny train idea on Saturday at 4 PM BST. We will continue here.